after that you didn't speak with anyone, or suddenly you started 20 days ago and you are speaking so well. How it
Yeah,
can be possible?
actually,
So adopting the another language and speaking like this much fluently, it's not possible for every person out there, because I have come across daily many people, many learners, and they used to say that, ma'am, I'm good with grammar, I know everything, my English is really good, I can write well. But when it comes to
my
speaking,
village, my brother used to say me that, okay, you are studying in English medium school, but still you are not able to speak in English. So at that time, I feel very ashamed, and I used to think, oh, tell them that, okay, you wait 1 or 2 months, I will show you that I can speak in English. We are just living our culture. We are just living our language. This is not good because ultimately we are Indian, so we have.
oh, yeah, very good morning. How are you?
I'm fine.
Okay, so yeah, let's start with the introduction.
Yeah, of course. My name is Ravi Ranjan Singh. I am from Jharkhand. If you talk about my qualification, then recently I have done my graduation. In my current days, I am doing my preparation for SSC CGL examination. Apart from this, if you talk about my hobbies, then some of my hobbies are like singing song, listening to music, playing cricket, and reading some good books. That's all about me.
Okay, so are you a YouTuber?
No, no, I am not a YouTuber.
Okay, so you're learning English. So what is the purpose? I'm
So
sorry,
first
I'm
of all, I
getting
want to
call
do
in
introduction.
between.
Then we can just go on through our conversation.
Okay, and okay, so let me give my introduction as well. My name is Karishma, you might know, and I am presently speaking to you from Gurgaon. Basically, I'm from Delhi. I have completed my education there only. I'm a mother of two kids, as well as I'm running a YouTube channel. That's all about me.
Okay.
Okay. So now I wanted to know that, yeah, why do you want to learn English?
It's because it's a global language. People just nowadays in current scenario, if you look at the current world, and this is the only language through which we can interact, or we can set up our communication not only in India or respect to India, but among all the parts of the world. So if we see its importance in India also, but we can see that it is as acts as an official language in India. Although if we want to communicate with the people of South India, then it is quite useful language. And also, if we talk about its, I can say, importance in the field of education sector, then here we will have interview in the form of English mode only. We have a special subject called English literature, which is quite useful in the field of education also. So it's become useful because day by day we are just its importance is raising day by day. So that's why I am also here to have some knowledge about this particular language as well as to enhance my communication skills.
Okay, but I can see that you are already have a good knowledge about this particular language. You're speaking so well. The only thing I feel that you're speaking too fast, as well as your voice is very low while speaking. I don't know why. Maybe because of the mic quality. But yeah, as far as your language is concerned, I can see that it's okay. So what is the purpose of like joining this group? Because basically most of like them are beginner, or they are like on their learning stage. So what is the purpose?
Actually, it is well said that hard work beats talent if talent doesn't work hard. So I just want to be in touch with this particular language. I know I have knowledge about this particular language, but still I just want to be in touch with this language so that I don't just forget all those habits of speaking or actually I don't get any surrounding in my locality. That's why this is a useful platform for me where I can just interact with not only a single person, because people from different areas, different aspects, also different parts of the country as well as states in this particular country, India or Bharat. So this is a quite good option for me.
Okay, but as you said that if we are not in touch with this language, so I may forget. Do you really think that if you are not in touch with this language, you can forget something about the language?
So first of all, this is not a matter of just forgetting all those things, but if we are regularly practicing, then it will be quite good for us. And secondly, if you don't just speak those particular language, then the habit of just your accent will quite go down. Your just come, I can say, fluency will be impact through this particular mode. Actually, what you have knowledge, it is well said in our, I can say, um, text, or earlier our teacher used to say as that knowledge whenever we just spread knowledge, we become more knowledgeable. So that's the main reason we should just keep trying, keep practicing, or keep improving ourselves.
Okay, I completely agree with you, even with the fact that you can forget English if you're not doing regular practice, because I have seen it in my case. And that's why I asked you the same question. Because when I don't do my practice, for example, like for a month or two, I can feel that I feel very low in confidence. I don't feel that much confident when I'm continuously in touch with English. So that happens, and that's true, and that's the reason I asked you the question. So yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. It is important. So like, what is your background? Did you studied in Hindi medium school or in English medium school or some like? How did you learn this language?
I am a student of CBSE student. I am a CBSE student. I studied in English medium school. But in those days, we were not allowed. We are not able to talk in English. Also, we can understand, we can write, but still we are just lacking behind of speaking this particular language. So I have knowledge about all this. I had knowledge, but I was not unable to just speak this particular language. That's why I started this platform, using this platform from last 20 days only, so that I can have those people who can actually communicate. That's why this is not about if we have background of English, then we can definitely speak in English. Because ultimately it depends on the person that whom you are talking with, or what is your, I can say, potential or your willpower, whether you are just doing your level best or not.
Okay, that's so. Do you know anything about my channel?
No, I am just a beginner in this particular platform, and this is my 10th session only.
I can see that. I can see that. That's why you asked for the introduction. But like most of the people who know about like my channel and all, even we all know about each another. So that's why I asked you this question. Okay. So, but do you remember the day when you started speaking publicly, like with other peoples, with the strangers? Do you remember the day? Like how long ago you started your speaking practice?
Yeah, I just mentioned it was last 20 days only.
It cannot be possible that you started speaking only like 20 days ago and you're speaking so well.
Yeah,
You may started your journey before that, obviously.
no, because I can say you, I had knowledge about this particular language, but I have no access of people through which I can communicate. Because in my surrounding, I don't have those people who can actually speak in English. That's why I have all this particular vocabulary knowledge, or I can say grammatical knowledge. But I was not meeting with those people where I can just put out my ideas, say my things, or show off my views, what I think or what I want to express them in English mode. That's why I joined this particular platform, and this is only 20 days, I can
I
say.
cannot believe it that you're saying that you are from English medium school, but during those days you were not you were not able to speak in English because of the
Yeah.
environment. I knew it. Even though in the English medium school there was the culture of speaking in Hindi, but after that you didn't speak with anyone, or suddenly you started 20 days ago and you are speaking so well. How it
Yeah,
can be possible?
actually, the reason behind this, I always used to write all my things in English only, because being an English medium school, you have to do all your works in English mode. And secondly, you can understand the people, that whatever they are saying, you can just understand their language of words. So I think this is the basic, I can say, reason behind this, that I am able to just speak in English in 20 days only. Because I know, if you write English, then ultimately you are thinking in English only.
But Ravi, I would like to tell you that even in India, the people who can write amazing English, they cannot speak because they are not in the habit of speaking for a long time. Since their childhood, they are communicating in their mother tongue. So adopting the another language and speaking like this much fluently, it's not possible for every person out there, because I have come across daily many people, many learners, and they used to say that, ma'am, I'm good with grammar. I know everything. My English is really good. I can write well, but when it comes to speaking, I feel hesitation. I feel nervous. The words don't come to my mind. That's why I'm getting surprised. Like within 20 days, if you get this kind of command, like it's amazing. Just share some tips that how you started, what like your plans, and like you can guide my audience through your opinions that how you improved.
So first of all, I can say that actually the fear of just expressing the thought generally comes when you have a stage fear. So first of all, if you have done any activities on your particular stage in your childhood days, or I can say in your today's days, then you are not going to face any types of hesitation, or I can say any types of fumbleness in your speaking. Because ultimately the thing is that you have to understand that no one in this world is perfect, because you don't have to compare anyone. Secondly, you have to be confident enough that it is only a language. This is not anything that people is going to judge you whether you are right or wrong. So the meaning of language, first of all, people should understand the meaning of language. A language is something through which we can just share our ideas or views. So our main motto should be that whatever we are saying, our opponent should understand our ideas. This is the main goal should a person should have. So they should think that okay, I am not good in English, whether my I can say fluency is not good, whether I am not able to go in a particular direction in a right manner. But the thing is that what I have to do, I have to just express my thoughts or ideas in such a way that the people can understand. So this is the basic thing I would like to add. And by hard work, I can say, or improving vocabulary skill, reading skill, and ultimately I can say that by writing skill, because writing is the main thing. Because when you write anything, you just start feeling whether you are weak in vocabulary, whether you are doing grammatical errors, or when you start writing, you start thinking the words or your lines in English. This will ultimately matters a lot.
That's absolutely true. Writing helps people to understand English in a good manner. But you know what we, especially we see on the YouTube that many people or even the native speaker, they focus more on listening and speaking because they both are the important thing. But nobody is actually focusing on writing. Writing is a part, but you know what? When we are writing, we can think. We have a lot of time to think our ideas. We have a time to make my sentence structure. But while speaking, you do not get that time. That you once it will come out your mouth, you cannot take your words back. It's gone. So in writing, you get this opportunity
You,
to express your
yeah,
thought with the
here I
advantage of
would like
time.
to add one.
Yeah. So
Here I would like to add my one point, because I know according to my point of view, or as what I can see in myself, I will give all my credit to writing only. And you just mentioned it in while we write anything, we have lots of time where we can just frame our sentences and use vocabulary, a good vocabulary. But the thing is that when I used to write, or whenever I used to write in my colleges also, then I have a limited time during my examination. So only that particular amount of time I have to just figure out all
express
my
all.
words, figure out, frame all my sentences. This is quite beneficial for me. So people should try to write an essay of 15 minutes or 10 minutes notice. So they can do this type of activities to improve overall their development in the English language, or have command in this particular language. Because in graduation also, I chosen English literature because unfortunately, I was not able to just go Delhi University, because at that time I was in Uttarakhand. I was preparing for ND and I was not qualified there. But so I just told my brother, okay, you do my admission in English literature in our just hometown only. But during my graduation only, I used to write almost 28 to 30 pages in 2.5 hours in English only. So this ultimately help us.
Yes, yes, yes. You are absolutely right. It can help people. You know what happened? The people who studied in Hindi medium, they might be facing the difficulty. Even after good writing, they cannot speak. But like the people like you who studied in English medium, they got this opportunity in writing everything in English. So that might be the reason that their thinking process is really fast because in the during the examination within those 3 hours of time period you have to complete your exam, and obviously every person like fill 30-32 pages that time. So that's like yeah, it's a good opportunity, I would say, for the people who studied in English medium, even though there is no English environment, but just through their writing and reading skill and the understanding skills, they can learn English fast as compared to other. I feel it.
Yeah, yeah. But not all the people I can say. First of all, I would like to add here, the mindset of people should be very clear. I
Yeah.
can't just say that Hindi medium students can't able to just reach up to the height where the English medium student does, because the thing is that no, nothing is greater than our thinking or thought process. Because ultimately we have to just keep saying ourselves, okay, we can do it. Because whatever we do is all about what our subconscious mind says. Whenever we fail to do something, or whenever we just start thinking, okay, I will do it. It's all about, because whatever we did in our past, those experiences were shared by our subconscious mind in our present time. So we should keep doing all the things in a well manner, so that in our recent days or upcoming days, our subconscious mind will come and say, okay, you can do it.
Yeah, exactly. I agree with you, and it plays an important role while you're learning anything or when you're working on achieving any of your goals. Because I personally relate with it because I am studied in Hindi medium school like till my graduation. So my English was very poor. I could not even write. I could only understand English. I could not even write properly. Reading was like I'm not interested in reading as well. Speaking is like very far away from me. I could not speak single English word like 2 years ago. So, but just because it's my thinking, I have this feeling in my mind that I can do it. I can do it. I always keep telling myself like whole my life that no, I can do it. Karishma can do it. So this is how I'm able to do it. I put some hard work also. I was consistent throughout this period, and this is how I'm achieving my goal. So yes, the people who say like I'm not able to do it, first of all, they have to create their mindset that why they want to do it and why it is necessary, and they have to put their 100% effort into achieving that particular thing. So nothing is possible if you really want to uh, make that thing possible. So yeah.
Yeah,
So
you are
Ravi,
right.
yeah, tell me.
Actually, when I was in school, and when my brothers, when I used to go in my village, my brother used to say me that, okay, you are studying in English medium school, but still you are not able to speak in English. So at that time, I feel very ashamed, and I used to think, okay, yeah, they are right, because they are studying in Hindi medium school and they're speaking Hindi in a well manner. So I have to speak in English in a quite good manner. But when I grown up, when I was in class 12, but still, when our English teacher or literature teacher just take their class, so they just prioritize or put pressure on us. So now you are grown up, you have to just speak in English. But at that time, we start laughing by looking at each other. So okay, now we have to speak in English. But at that time, we used to make comment on our teacher. We are living in India, but you are just imposing the rule of England. We are not an English people. We have to speak in Hindi. Although we are studying English, that is quite boring. So we are not going to speak in English. We are
Okay.
Hindi people. But ultimately, I can say the words of my brother start revolving in my mind. You are studied in English medium school, but still you are facing problem. So that's the main reason that I started this particular platform and tell them that, okay, you wait 1 or 2 months, I will show you that I can speak in English.
Yeah, it happened. When we take something on our heart, we put our 100% effort, and it's true. Even, we also sometimes taunt our brother. He is the younger one, like my cousin. He used to study in an English medium school, but he could not speak any English word. I have never seen him speaking English. So, being a Hindi medium student, I can speak English, but he couldn't. Sometimes I also tell him that, look, you studied in English medium school, but you don't know English. What is the benefit of wasting so much money on you? So it
Yeah,
happens.
this
It's
is the
totally about the
problem every
environment.
this is the problem every English medium student face. Because
Yes.
in school we are not going to speak in English. We know ourselves. We are comfortable with Hindi. That's why we just go on this go on the way of this particular language of Hindi. But still, our whole curricular activities are based on English mode only. That's why we are just looking all those English books and listening all the words of teacher. But still, we are
Yeah.
comfortable with our friends in Hindi only.
In India. It happens. Now the school has been changed, the rules, regulation, everything has been changed. Now the fine is imposed on the kids if they are not speaking in English in the school. So now they are learning very much like faster. Even my kid, he's only 5 years old. He speaks such a good English. Even sometimes I feel that he's better than me because he's learning all the grammar rules and all. When I started speaking English, there was no such grammar. I used to speak English without any grammar rule. Whatever comes in my mouth, whatever comes in my mind, I used to speak because in this way I only learned English. I thought, okay, now I'm speaking wrong, the other person speaking right. At least I'm listening him and I'm correcting myself day by day. So this is how I have learned English. Still, I'm making grammatical errors sometimes, but that would be fine. I'm not, making a huge thing like I make grammar mistakes and all. I'm okay with it. I know that by the time they will gone. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, you are right. But I don't think that the government should just prioritize in the English language in the school or CBSE, not only CBSE school, but as well as state school. But because the importance of Hindi we should understand the importance of Hindi, because nowadays we are seeing the children are just focusing more on English only because their parents are also prioritizing them that you have to speak in English not only in school but in home only, in
Home
home
also,
also.
yes, yes.
But the thing is that we are just living our culture, we are just living our language. This is not good, because ultimately we are Indian, so we have to just stick to our cultures, we have to stick to our language, because this is our nationality, and this is our, the I can say, the symbol of showing that okay, we are Indians. So we ultimately we are just living all those cultures, because if we look out about our history, or if we see our past, then what the Britishers has done in our past, they changed whole our education system by implementing English, and still
Yes.
we are just following those English curricular activities. And nowadays, in the way of advancing world, in the way of IT sector, we are just going in the direction of England, or I can say Europe, because they are just English people and we are just also following the curricular activities of English. So we are leaving our culture. This is not good for Indian society or Indian culture, because although we know the importance of English, but we have to stick to our cultures. We should have knowledge about particular language like Sanskrit, Hindi, because this is our national pride and we should respect this type of things. So parents should
But you know what?
understand this type of things.
I do understand your feeling. I agree with you. But you know what? Somehow I feel that Hindi is our national language. If you're not going to forget in any way, even if we will stop speaking in Hindi after 10 years, if I start speaking Hindi, I'm speaking in the same way. I'm not going to forget it. But with the English is a
Actually, this is
problem.
not, no, no,
But
no.
with the
Hindi,
English is a
uh,
problem. It's a global language. First thing, opportunity
no,
comes
no.
to your way only when you good with English. Every interview is conducted in English. If you are going to fail in the interview, not getting the job, our first priority is to live, to survive in the world. How we are going to survive, that is the main important thing. So why we are running for this language? Because that language is giving us a lot of opportunities to explore. Even if you're going somewhere like outside the country, you have to communicate in English. Even in India, there are some states where Hindi is not there, like in Tamil, Telugu. They do not understand Hindi. They only understand English, but not Hindi. So for that purpose, also we need to understand that language. We are not saying that we should be, we should get mad about English. We should include English in the way it serves our purpose only. Because what is our purpose of learning English? We should not forget that Hindi is our matrabhasha. We all respect that. It's not like that we are confusing,
No,
and
no, no. It is actually, I would like to correct you. In India, we don't have any mother language. Hindi is not
yes,
our mother language.
yes, I know.
It's a
Recently
constitutional
I've heard
language.
this thing.
Yeah, yeah, because it's a constitutional language, and in our constitution there are 22 languages apart from Hindi.
Yes.
But the thing is that okay, you are saying that after 10 years, if you are not going to speak in Hindi, you will be recognizing all those words of Hindi. But what about your kids who are just saying or speaking in English through his or her childhood days? Are they going to feel comfortable with a particular language of Hindi when they will be grown up? So we
Yes,
don't have to think
I
about
do
ourselves.
feel it.
We should think about our futures, because ultimately, day by day, if you compare yourself with your ancestors, then you can see the words used by our ancestors were quite good Hindi, quite good words of Hindi. Because if we compare of like Hindi writers like Surikant Tripathi Nirala, Jai Shankar Prasad, then we have
Yeah, I
renowned
know.
writers in Hindi
But
literature. But nowadays we are using the words of Hindi. It's not a Hindi, it's a English word,
no, 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 no,
because we
no,
are
no. But that
mixing
is
English
no,
and
I
Hindi.
do not agree with this fact. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but you know what? The language we speak and the language we write, both are different. The language in which we write, we cannot speak, and we don't speak generally. Even if in Hindi, the poet used to write the poem in such a way that those words we don't use in our regular life. Same with the English also. While English we communicate, we use only basic words which are important for communication. We are not using in the authentic way. But when we write in English, that is totally different. So it is with every language.
Okay,
It's not only with the Hindi,
okay,
it is with
okay,
every
okay,
language.
okay. Okay, okay. So, if you think that you are just speaking Hindi in a good manner, then just start saying yourself. I am not just forcing you. You can't speak a single day only a Hindi language. Day by day, we are just using English language
That
in
is
the way of
English. That's
speaking
very
Hindi.
common these days. That's very common these days. That's not an issue. You know what? I would like to tell you something. I have a kid. He's kid who he's 5 years old. He learned three languages just by home. Hindi, English, and Bengali. He learned Bengali only with one person, like my mother-in-law used to speak Bengali, and he catch that language really well. And he's speaking. I'm living with him. I am also in the same environment, but I'm not that much perfect in Bengali language like him. So, child mind is something he can adopt anything. Initial stage of a kid are like something that is me.
Okay.
Now he will not allow me to take this session. He's very naughty
Okay,
kid.
no problem. Because
So
already we have
I
just past 25 minutes,
Yeah,
and being a
just
YouTuber will
because
be
of the conversation time, I'm also running out of the time because I have a younger kid, like 9 months old. He's sleeping downstairs. I have to go there also. But I would really love to like communicate in future with you because we have a strong opinion on something we can discuss like this. And yeah, it's really nice to talking to you. I have to go now. We'll continue this conversation in some other day.
okay. Okay, no issue.
No
So
issues.
it was a
Okay.
nice
And
conversation.
yeah.
Also enjoyed the conversation and hope that we will meet in our future days.
Yeah, sure, sure, Ravi, sure. And I'm going to upload this video on my channel. Do you have any problem with that?
No, I don't have any problem. I want to add you that whenever you upload this video, you just inbox the particular link in this platform. Personally, you can inbox me so
Okay,
that
no
I
issues.
can also see the conversation.
My channel name is Karishma Chauhan. You can watch videos and you can see other videos also, and you will get the notification at the same time. If you like my videos, you can also subscribe my channel. I'll get one more subscriber. Like, subscribe, and share.
Okay, okay, okay.
Okay then.
Okay.